Welcome everyone and Happy New Year. I hope you're all doing well and safe at home or at work. So thank you for joining us this afternoon in Road to Recovery, the rising popularity of on-demand products, a webinar by Federal Land, First Metro Securities, and Toyota Philippines. Our three guest speakers will show you more about these on-demand products, but first, let's talk about if we are on the road to recovery. So before we begin, let me introduce myself. My name is Ayana Pua, a PRC and DHSUD licensed real estate broker with a decade-long experience in residential and commercial real estate services for both local and international clients. And I am also currently holding the position of Site Officer for Federal Land. So now you might be wondering, are we really on the road to recovery? Especially with what is happening right now since the new year started. So we have this surge again in the Omicron variant COVID cases. We are back to alert level 3, typhoons, calamities, among others. So you might say that it's a bad way to start the year. But we've been through the same or actually even worse in the last 2 years. So now the concern with most people is that there is what we call a recency bias. So a recency bias, according to Investopedia, it is the tendency for people to overweight new information or events without considering the objective probabilities of those events over the long run. So there is a tendency to focus on the bad that is happening right now, sometimes disregarding that Filipinos have been proven time and time again to be very resilient with extraordinary skills to learn and adapt to changes. So despite all that's been happening, let's look at the Philippines on a macro scale level. Our GDP history is the best example of this recency bias. Our current GDP is, well, it's not yet back at pre-pandemic levels, but we are far from the 2008 to 2009 global financial crisis. In fact, we've been experiencing milestones along the way. So according to Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, the economy likely accelerated by 7.4% in the last quarter of last year from 7.1% in the third quarter. So despite the rising number of cases due to the more contagious Omicron variant, the BSP governor is confident that the 7 to 9% GDP growth target for 2022 is attainable. And even according to the Asian Development Bank of the Philippines Country Director, Kelly Bird, the Philippine economy has shown impressive resilience. Growth momentum has clearly picked up on the back of the government's vigorous drive to vaccinate Filipinos against the COVID-19 virus. So also, public spending on infrastructure and continued vaccination of the population will help the country further accelerate its recovery in 2022. So more later on the public infrastructure, where are we in the vaccination rollout? So currently, the Philippines has an estimated population of 111 million, 73.13 million of which is the eligible population for vaccination. And as of January 15th, there has been 118 million total doses administered, 55 million of individuals which are fully vaccinated. And on Friday, the National Task Force Against COVID marked another milestone in the national vaccination program as it hit the 70% target for population 70% target for population protection against the virus despite grappling with challenges such as calamities, sudden increase of the cases, and emergence of the variant. And it's not just the key cities. Philippines as an archipelago did not hamper the vaccination drive to reach even the most remote of provinces. In addition to the government's purchases of COVID-19 vaccines, the World Health Organization supported the COVAX facility, which also donated supply for the country's nationwide vaccination program. Now talking about the Philippine inflation rate, the Philippines has recorded the lowest 2021 monthly inflation rate of 3.6% in December. Although the full year average remained above the Bangko Central's 2 to 4% target, BSP said it's not changing the current inflation target range of 2 to 4% for the years 2022, 2023, and 2024. Remittances in the 10-month period went up by 5.3% from the same period of last year. Overseas labor markets gradually recover amid further reopening of economies and supported by the mass use of COVID vaccines. For 2022, the BSP sees OFW remittances posting a slower growth of 4%. Foreign direct investment soared 48.1% to 8.14 billion during the first 10 months of 2021, exceeding the revised target for the full year of $8 billion. And just last December, the President and the Congress signed the bill amending the Retail Trade Liberation Act, a measure backed by the Department of Finance that seeks to further open the country to more foreign direct investments and job creation. The Philippine stock of US dollars, or its gross international reserves, ended 2021 with $108.89 billion. The latest GIR is also 8.8 times the country's short-term external debt based on original maturity and 5.9 times based on residual maturity. As for the Philippine tourism industry, border reopening for local travels has helped a lot. For 2022, the Department of Tourism sees revenge travel manifesting across the Philippine tourism industries. Filipinos are likely to travel more consciously. So the Department of Tourism projects arrivals to reach between 2 million to 5 million foreign arrivals by 2022. And according to a survey conducted by AirAsia, 7 out of 10 Filipinos are still keen on pushing through with their planned air travel in the next 9 months. This is an encouraging indicator for the aviation industry this year. So for the real estate industry, as the Department of Tourism will likely continue to promote reopened local destinations in the country, this should help increase hotel occupancies of select hotels across the country. Now, as for the retail, steady recovery in foot traffic bodes well for food shops and retailers as BPI records consumer traffic of between 50 to 80% pre-COVID levels. And the Philippine office demand is up by 39% from last year. This is set to steadily improve in 2022 as indicated by signs of recovery. The IT BPM sector continues to be the largest demand driver, representing 48% of demand in 2021. For the residential properties, statistics shows that millennials account for about 28% of the country's labor force, which will sustain demand for integrated communities. According to Lichu Property Consultants, demand for condos saw an increase of 12% from last quarter of last year. The concept of building offices, condos, malls, schools, and hospitals within one community satisfies the millennials' demand for greater mobility and convenience. So for the infrastructure updates, public spending on major infrastructure projects will help support the country's economic growth. In the next 12 to 36 months, the completion of major infrastructure projects such as the NLEX-SLEX connector, North-South commuter railway, and the Central Luzon Link Expressway will benefit key provinces in northern Central Luzon, complemented by the completion of the Bulacan International Airport and expansion of Clark International Airport. These are just some of the highlights of the Philippine infrastructure completed and ongoing under the current administration. So aside from improving connectivity, these infrastructure projects combined with real estate developers launching master plan communities should also raise property values both in Metro Manila and outside the capital region. And Federal Land is an example of a Philippine real estate developer who has mastered the development of townships and master plan communities in prime locations. So later on, I will show you some of the infrastructure projects that are near our Federal Land properties. But first, just a brief background on Federal Land. Federal Land is one of the fastest growing real estate developers in the country. Federal Land holds a legacy of personifying and reshaping the skyline of key cities in the Philippines with iconic structures and world-class development for over 49 years. So why should you invest with Federal Land? Well, one vital reason is its financial stability and its industry track record. Federal Land is a member of GT Capital Holdings, one of the largest business conglomerates in the country with a market capitalization of 3.5 billion US dollars. GT Capital Holdings owns market-dominant businesses in the under-penetrated sectors of the economy. In banking, Metrobank; in automotive, Toyota; in property development, Federal Land Inc.; in life and general insurance, AXA; and infrastructure and utilities, Metro Pacific Investments. Secondly, Federal Land has a number of prestigious global brand partnerships for its various property developments and reinvents the standards of project planning and development with innovative technology. Third, Federal Land delivers real estate projects that are of world-class standards in design and structural durability, thus this partnership with the experts in the industry. Federal Land projects have increased in value significantly since launch, particularly in the BGC Taguig and Macatagal Bay Area, Pasay, by 130 and 260% respectively. Historically, real estate project values have grown consistently throughout the years and continue to do so, making real estate the best investment option despite the economic or pandemic situation. And of course, Federal Land has an extensive project network with 20 active residential projects. We have townships or integrated communities of residential, commercial, and office developments. The luxurious Grand Central Park Township in North Bonifacio Global City, Metro Park in the Macatagal Bay Area, Pasay, and the Markinton Township in Marikina. And here are some of the infrastructure projects near Federal Land developments. So in the central business districts such as Makati, BGC, and Ortigas, upcoming major infrastructure development in the area includes the BGC Ortigas Road Link, which is recently completed in June of last year, the Metro Manila subway system, which is at 25% as of November, the BGC NAIA bus rapid transit system, and the SkyTrain monorail link. These infra projects lead to Federal Lands Township in Bonifacio Global City, which is Grand Central Park, where we have ready for occupancy properties, which can be availed of with lease-to-own terms. We also have pre-selling high-end projects such as the Grand Hyatt Manila Residences and the Seasons Residences. And also to our flagship project, the Grand Meadery in Ortigas. In Manila City, just 300 meters away from Federal Land's Four Seasons Riviera, the Binondo Intramuros Bridge is nearing completion with the overall progress now at 88% as reported by the DPWH in December of last year. The bridge project is expected to not only cut travel time between the two busy districts of Intramuros and Binondo, but also benefit about 30,000 vehicles daily. The DPWH plans to conduct auctions for the contract to build 3 Marikina River bridges with a combined project cost of 6.4 billion in the first half of 2022. They are the Marcos Highway St. Mary Avenue Bridge, the Homeowners Drive A Bonifacio Bridge, and the Kabayani Street Matandang Balara Bridge, which will benefit Federal Land's Markinton Township and our latest project, Siena Towers in Marikina. Cebu's economic progress is symbolized by the ongoing 4 mega infrastructure projects, which includes the Cebu Bus Rapid Transport System, which aims to improve the urban passenger transport system in Cebu City, the Metro Cebu Expressway, which aims to significantly address the traffic congestion within the metro, the Cebu Cordova Link Expressway, which is at 88% finished as of November of last year, which aims to improve the capacity of the existing road network in Cebu and facilitate faster movement of trade, people, and convenience. And of course, the new Cebu International Container Port, which aims to free up the existing seaport in the province and the Visayas region. Cebu is the home of Federal Land's Marco Polo Plaza and Marco Polo Residences, the first branded residences in Cebu. So those are just some of the infrastructure projects that helps provide physical connectivity. Now moving on to another type of connectivity, the Philippines has also acknowledges the significance of e-commerce and the digital economy as key engines of growth and economic recovery. With the COVID-19 related restrictions, online shopping and digital transactions became more prevalent, and it was reported by Nielsen IQ that 67% of buyers who purchased via online platforms indicated that they would continue to do so even if virus-related restrictions were lifted. Even Toyota has shifted to the use of a mobile app for contactless transactions such as shopping, service scheduling, and mobile payment solutions. So later on, they will talk about more on this My Toyota app. And not only is digital transformation prevalent in the consumer market, but also in the areas of investment. This pandemic has made a lot of people, especially millennials, to be more open into learning about investments, especially now with the availability of information online and financial literacy webinars such as this. I'm sure that there has also been a spike in new accounts in different investment platforms, especially the best ones such as Securities. Our next speaker later will talk about how to skip the line and invest online. But before that, how did Federal Land adapt to digital transformation during the pandemic? So when you're hunting for a property, traditionally you'd go to a showroom or meet a seller in an exhibit booth, which we still do as long as the restrictions permit it. You can inquire online via social media website. We also have various virtual expos. You can negotiate via emails, Zoom meetings, or various online apps. Just ensure that you are dealing with legitimate and licensed professionals. And wherever you are, you can view the property you wish to invest in at the comfort of your homes using any of your devices. Federal Land has a 360-degree virtual tour, which you can access through the Federal Land official website, or you can also go to www.federalland.ph/360-virtual-tour. And you can reserve your property at the convenience of your homes. Federal Land accepts the traditional cash, checks, and over-the-counter bank deposits. Now we've made it even more convenient with online bills payment, online bank transfer, GCash, and credit card online. Now, if you wish to know more about Federal Land or should you wish to invest in one of our properties, feel free to contact your respective sales agents and brokers. If you don't have one yet, please feel free to shoot us a message and I will personally assign you to a Federal Land seller. You may check our website or you may also check our official, we are also on Facebook as Federal Land Sales Team. And also, if you want to rewatch our previous webinars, you may subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now, before I turn you over to our next speaker, because he is also going to be talking about investment, let me leave you with a quote by Warren Buffett. Be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful. So we are currently still in the pandemic, and this is going to be the best time to invest before the recovery. All right, so let me introduce you to our next speaker, Mr. Andoy Beltran. He is an Assistant Vice President of FirstMetroSec. He is licensed by the SEC, BSP, and Bloomberg to talk about, and teach the public about stocks, bonds, mutual funds, unit investment trust funds, exchange-traded funds, and everything in between. He was named as the 10 Outstanding Young Employees of the Philippines back in 2013, a member of the Board of Directors of the Bostonian International Chamber of Commerce, President of the San Beda of Economics Alumni Association, and he is also the guy behind Let's Invest PH on Facebook and Instagram. So without further ado, let us all welcome Sir Andoy Beltran.
Yeah, thank you so much, Yana, for that wonderful presentation, and of course for that equally wonderful introduction. I would like to welcome all of you guys to Road to Recovery. This is Andoy. I am the Business Development and Market Education Head of First Metro Securities Brokerage Corporation. We happen to be the stock brokerage arm of the Metro Bank Group. And of course, your 2017, 2018, 2020, and 2021 best online broker with the country's most advanced trading platform. So just to give you a little backgrounder about what I've been doing pre-pandemic, I pretty much on a day-to-day basis, I pretty much jump from campus to campus, office to office, island to island, and sometimes even country to country to talk to people about saving, budgeting, investing, and most recently about fintech, about digital transformation. But because of the pandemic, you, me, businesses, employees, students, we all had to adjust. We had to adjust because of the limitations set forth by the protocols. So what we've been doing, of course, almost 2 years now, and going stronger. What we've been doing with Federal Land, with Toyota, with the rest of the GT Cap and Metro Bank family, we're taking advantage of opportunities. One webinar at a time, one vlog guesting at a time, one Facebook live session at a time, one international roadshow at a time, one FirstMetroSec, one Let's Invest each webisode at a time. And that's why we're here. And again, we thank you for devoting your Wednesday afternoon with us. And again, we're going to talk a lot about recovery. How do we get there? What do we need to accomplish for us to be able to recover? And how are we supposed to take advantage of recovery? Because over the past almost couple of years now, I think it's safe to say that pretty much everything that we've been doing, all leads to recovery. We'd like to recover, physically. We'd like to recover mentally. We'd like to help the Philippines recover, as a country, as a people, and as an economy. Speaking of recovery, the good thing about that is the new year brings advantage to recovery efforts, because it gives us a fresh start. It gives us, it allows us to press that reset button, that reboot button. It allows us the opportunity to, pick up the pieces and rebuild on our way to, of course, hopefully recovery. One step at a time, one move at a time, one improvement at a time. And speaking of recovery, from an economic standpoint, I think I've made myself clear, that this was just a rehash of my presentation a couple of weeks ago, for Federal Land with AXA, with Lamudi, and with MasterCard. We talked about the Philippines being heavily a consumer-driven, a consumer-centric economy. In fact, 70% of the Philippines' GDP comes from consumer spending. Saan nanggagaling yung pera na ginagastos ng mga consumers? Well, essentially, it all comes from employment and at the same time remittances. So tingnan natin, employment and remittances. Are we seeing recovery as far as employment numbers, as far as remittance numbers are concerned? Let's talk about the job market. 60% of the Philippines labor force is, according to research, belongs to the demographic sweet spot. This means that they're at the peak of their productive lives. So ito yung mga masisipag, ito yung mga excited magtrabaho, ito yung mga overtime. They're peak productivity levels. As far as remittances go, 12% of Filipino households essentially depend on OFW remittances. And when it comes to the source of OFW remittances, strong and resilient pa rin yung demand for Philippine overseas workers. And the good thing about that is hindi lang naman OFW remittances nagiging source ng dollar remittances natin. The past 20, 30 years, we've been seeing steady increase, no? Pagdating sa dollar receipts natin from the business process outsourcing sector. And of course, because of our strong tourism na medyo unti-unti nating in-expect na mag-recover as we keep on, reopening the economy. So what we're really trying to say here is we have, the source, no, stable lahat stable yung yung ina-expect natin na source of recovery. We have stable purchasing power from households. Tayo, no, on the average household, the Filipino household gets to save a lot from transportation, from fuel, from parking, from baon, student allowance, school bus, pamasahe, dorm rental, etc. And the good thing about that is, so we're able to make the most out of our money. The economy, we'd like to keep on reopening the economy, and what it does to the labor market is just it helps recover, no? It helps the labor market recover kasi yung mga nawalan ng trabaho dahil nagsarado yung mga pinagtatrabahuhan nila, unti-unti silang nakakabalik at unti-unti silang nakapag-provide ng livelihood, no, sa pamilya nila. And of course, at the same time, we have to understand the fact that continuous pa rin, no, resilient pa rin ang OFW remittances and growing trend yung BPO sector sa Philippines. But then again, we are not going to expect recovery, no, pre-pandemic recovery, if we keep on getting, lockdowns. Kaya ang nakikita natin, and it's very obvious now, no, that the national government stance is to reopen the economy as much as possible, despite the threats brought about by the Omicron variant, despite the record high number of infections every day. What keeps our hopes up is karamihan ng mga infections kayang ma-cure sa bahay. Of course, we're not taking a lot away from COVID-19, but that's a good thing about that. At least hindi nagkakaroon ng problema sa healthcare services natin, no. So as it is, what we'd like to emphasize, no, is that Philippine consumption will continue to its strong rebound. Kung mapapansin natin itong slump nito nung 2020, this was essentially because of lockdown and because of market fear. Usually, kapag bumabagsak ang stock market, maraming nagpipick up, no? Maraming nagtitake advantage of the dip. But because of uncertainty, because of general market fear, walang sumalo nung bumagsak ang stock market, because people turn to panic buying, people turn to stockpiling essential items instead of catching the stock market, instead of buying stocks, no. Kasi nga wala tayong idea, if we're going to rewind to March, April 2020, wala tayong idea about the virus, wala tayong idea about how to fight it, how to avoid getting the virus, no. So it's pretty understandable na ganito yung naging behavior ng market. Limited mobility brought activities indoors, no. Instead of you guys going to the gym, ang ginawa ng iba, nag-set up ng home gym. Bawal tayo mag-basketball, ang ginawa ng iba, nag-set up ng makeshift half-court basketball court sa garahe. Again, just to be able to get your mind off of things that give you anxiety. And at the same time, employees and students started to adopt the telecommuting and e-learning setup. So again, everything went inside the house, no. Kaya pagdating sa trends, nagkaroon tayo ng hometainment, no? Everything, even entertainment, lahat indoors na. We saw the rise of third-party delivery aggregators and of course online shopping platforms. Pero this time, karamihan essentials na, no? Hindi lang puro mga wants natin yung binibili natin online, unlike before. This time around, we are taking advantage of technology. We're taking advantage of the on-demand economy by getting our essentials. And of course, nakita rin natin yung pagkatapos ng digital transformation sa Pilipinas. Whether we like it or not, whether our titos and titas, whether our lolos or lolas are comfortable or not, they were forced to embrace the digital transformation. A lot of Filipinos had to open e-wallets just for them to be able to send and receive money, just for them to be able to, receive ayuda or perhaps send ayuda. Mobile banking apps, digital banking facilities had no choice but to up their ante, up their game para hindi sila maiwanan ng mga digital wallets dito sa Pilipinas. And there even came a point na nag-compete sila when it comes to fund transfer services. Some of the bigger banks even waived fund transfer fees just for them to be able to help their clients, and at the same time compete with the digital wallets. But the good thing about that again is it forced Filipinos, it forced Filipinos to get used to the digital transformation, embrace fintech, embrace technology. So now, the difference between 2020 and 2021, 2022, ngayon medical experts know a lot more about the virus. Sabi ni Yana kanina, more and more Filipinos are getting vaccinated. We've now breached the 70% threshold, and more Filipinos are not just getting fully vaccinated. More and more Filipinos are getting boosted, which is again a very good development. And essentially, what these development mean is for the government and both local and national and for businesses, just gives them more and more confidence to further reopen the economy, further reopen their business, for as long as we comply with the health protocols. Now, enough about the recovery efforts. Enough about the road to recovery. Let's talk about what brought us here at ano yung magiging effect, ano yung nakikita natin na contribution ng on-demand economy pagdating sa recovery natin from now until perhaps the new normal or the next normal. Pag-usapan natin yung progression ng society. Back in the day, I'm talking about some 20, 30, 40 years ago perhaps, women were regarded as just plain and simple housewives. And again, something I perfectly disagree with. As somebody who's raised by a single mom, I perfectly disagree with that notion. So it along came women empowerment. From simple housewives to full-time career women. Nagkaroon ng progression sa society. In the process, because of this progression, nagkaroon tayo ng both formal and informal economy na usually na-dominate ng mga babae. Kasi dahil madalas kang lumalabas or wala ka sa bahay, somebody has to take care of household stuff. So the household would now need to hire a house help, a nanny, a babysitter perhaps. So nagkaroon ng source of income, both formally and informally ang mga kababaihan. Since more women spent time outside the house, of course, obviously, that means they have less time at home. And in doing so, dahil nasa opisina sila, madalas nasa labas sila ng bahay, may mga bagay na hindi nila kayang i-entrust sa house help. So there are just simply there are tasks that they prefer doing themselves. So they have no choice. Pagdating sa bahay, they need to multitask. They have to multitask. Again, hindi lang naman kababaihan, lahat naman tayo, we're almost always in a rush. So that means we have less time to do the household chores. And that's the reason why they keep on saying necessity is the mother of invention. Because nagkaroon tayo ng opportunity to embrace hacks. To housewives, to moms, to homemakers, ang tawag sa kanila lifesavers. Pero sa ating mga millennials, ang tawag natin dyan hacks. You have no time to monitor food that you're reheating. You have your microwave with you. You don't have time to monitor the rice you are cooking. You have your rice cooker. No time to monitor the laundry. You have your washing machine. Essentially, these things these things were designed to essentially make things more convenient for us. So now, fast became the way to go. Yun yung naging new norm, everything fast, everything instant, everything right there, Even if it's not the healthiest of choices, because we don't have time to prepare, prepare ourselves food. We don't have time to prepare food for our kids. Nagkaroon ng naging popular choice ang fast food. Same thing when it comes to the idea of earning money. Lahat ng tao nagmamadali na makaipon, lahat ng tao nagmamadali na kumita ng mas maraming pera, mas malaking halagang pera. So that's why nagkaroon tayo ng gig economy. People started venturing into side hustles. People started ngayon, even if meron kang regular 9 to 5 na trabaho, minsan may mga online businesses ka, may businesses ka on the side. And again, there's nothing wrong, because again, we'd like to make the most out of our passion, out of our time, out of our efforts. But essentially, ang message ko lang dito is lahat nagmamadali, no? Even when it comes to the concept of earning money. We call this the rat race. No? Hindi natin alam kung bakit, but this is the rat race. Hindi naman tayo nakikipag-compete, hindi naman tayo nakikipag-unahan, but it just feels like we need to get to that milestone ahead of the rest, no. Kaya na-develop ang 3-in-1 coffee, We no longer have time to, brew. We no longer have time to enjoy a cup of coffee. There's 3-in-1 coffee, creamer, sugar in one. Just need lagyan mo lang ng hot water, and then that's it, no. Instant. Speaking of instant noodles, bigla ang craving while you're attending a webinar, bigla ang craving while you're watching Netflix. Instant noodles. Again, it might not be the healthiest of choices, but again, because of the lifestyle that we're living, naging hit ang instant. Mabilis ang fast food. That's why you call it fast food. But fast food sometimes is not fast enough for us. That's why sometimes we rely on food delivery apps, no, to get the job done for us. So again, lahat mabilis, lahat mabilisan. Again, consumers have gotten used to everything instant, readily available right here, right now. Yun yung naging new norm, and businesses just capitalized on our impatience. No? Nagmamadali ka, so itong gagawin natin. You're being very impatient, so ganito yung gagawin natin. And minsan binibili natin yung convenience, no, for us to be able to get perhaps a faster antigen test result, a faster COVID-19 test result. Instead of waiting 24 hours, magdagdag ka ng 2,000 pesos, you get it in 15 minutes. So, di ba, convenience comes at a price, no? And ganun yung naging trend ng mga businesses. For example, may isa kang artista na hindi ka familiar kung sino yon, anong pangalan. Back in the day, sobrang pahirapan ng pag-research, but ngayon it's just one Google search to the rescue. You no longer have time to wait for primetime TV. You no longer have time to wait for your favorite TV show. You have on-demand viewing care of Netflix. You no longer have time to wait for your favorite song, for your LSS to play over the radio. You have music on-demand care of Spotify. At yun din ang dahilan bakit maraming nabibiktima ng investment scams, no? Because gusto natin, even when it comes to the amount of money we're earning, the amount of money we're getting, gusto din natin instant, gusto din natin on-demand. That's why people tend to get victimized by investment scammers a lot, kasi ang lure, no, of investment scammers, click mo lang to, mag-open ka lang nito, magbigay ka lang sa akin ng ganitong kalaking halagang pera, in 1 week's time I'm going to double your money, diba? So even if it doesn't make sense, especially if you're the financially literate Filipino, even if it doesn't make sense, still kinakagat mo pa rin kasi gusto mong kumita ng malaking halagang pera ng mabilis na panahon, no? So again, hindi lahat ng bagay na nadadaan sa on-demand, hindi lahat ng bagay na dadaan sa mabilisan, especially when it comes to growing your money. Again, the good thing about that is supported, no? This is in support to the research mentioned by Yana a few minutes ago. Households are not just saving. Filipino households are not just saving. Filipino households are also able to pay off debt. No? Yun yung magandang nangyari dito sa pandemya na to. Or we're able to save dun sa mga bagay na usually ginagastosan natin ng malaking halagang pera, pero dahil naka-lockdown because we're working from home, malaki yung nasa-save ng Filipino households. No? Less spending on outdoor activities, less spending on travel, less spending on leisure. So ang ibig sabihin nun, mas maraming natabing pera ang mga Pilipino. Pero hindi lang tayo nagsisave according to the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. We're also able to pay off debt. So it's actually a good thing. So now, what's next? Syempre, hindi naman tayo dapat masaya lang na yun na yung na-accomplish natin, then that's it, no? Nakabayad na tayo ng utang, nakapag-save na tayo ng pera. Would that be enough? Of course not. We have to go to the next level for us to be able to reach higher highs, no? What's next? We'd like to make more money. How do we make more money? Of course, we'd love to start investing. But then again, please invest legitimately. Invest in legitimate investment outlets. No, what we're really trying to say here is may mga smart choices. No, when it comes to combinations, when it comes to practical choices, instead of you, for example, having to buy a set of wrenches, why don't you buy just one adjustable wrench? No, easier to store. Isa lang yung bibilin mo, mas mura, and again, more practical choice. Instead of especially if you're the outdoorsy type, if you go camping a lot of most of the time, instead of you carrying with you spoon and fork, why don't you get a spork for yourself? No, so what we're really trying to say here is take advantage of innovations. No, instead of you having to bring with you every time, your smartphone and your laptop, perhaps by yourself, get yourself a tablet. No, there's a more practical choice. Torn between getting a smartphone and a laptop, perhaps you might want to look into just getting yourself a tablet. What we're really trying to say here is, when it comes to life goals, ang daming choices, pero it really depends on your preferences, and it really depends on your profile as an investor. For example, pagdating sa life goals, syempre, gusto nating magkaroon ng sarili nating bahay. Gusto nating magkaroon ng sariling space natin. The pandemic gave us that realization, no, na hindi lang sapat na meron kang studio type na space. You want to get private space para sa home office mo, para sa home classroom, virtual classroom ng mga anak mo. To a certain extent, na-realize natin na kailangan natin ng extra room para sa isolation. Of course, hindi naman sana natin kailanganin yun. But again, that's a practical choice, no? So instead of if you're torn between renting out or perhaps getting a property, buying a property, the good thing about that is there's a lease to own facility, a lease to own option made possible by our friends from Federal Land. Again, ang maraming choices, but the good thing about that is merong in between. Merong combination of the two. No? If you're torn between, applying for a car loan sa Toyota Financial Services or perhaps buying your unit in cold cash, you might want to look into leasing with ease. No, lease with ease with Toyota. So again, daming options, merong in between or merong combination of the two. For example, if you're looking for a family car pero ang budget natin medyo maliit lang para sa sedan lang, why don't we add a few more, a few 100,000 sa budget natin, mag-save tayo ng konti, mag-invest pa tayo ng konti for us to be able to get somewhere in between, perhaps getting a Toyota crossover. Ako, I personally love the Toyota Corolla Cross. For example, again, you're torn between getting an electric vehicle and a petrol-powered vehicle. Again, torn between the two. Worry no more because you have a hybrid option. Again, Toyota Corolla Cross happens to have a hybrid variant. Again, make sure that you know your options. No, make sure that you research your choices very well. But at least you end up making informed investment decisions. Speaking of investment decisions, let's say you'd like to have you'd like to establish a business. You'd like to create your own business. Sometimes iniisip natin, bumili kaya ako ng franchise, no? Kumuha kaya ako ng franchise or perhaps let me do it myself, no? I'm going to build a business from the ground up. If you're still torn between the two, if they don't fancy you, no, you might want to look into buying perhaps publicly listed shares of stocks. Pagdating sa stock market investing, you just need as little as 5,000 pesos as your starting capital. If you'd like to buy lots of stocks or perhaps a combination of stocks and other asset classes, you might want to look into buying mutual funds or unit investment trust funds. Collectively, we call them pooled funds. And when you talk about the best pooled funds in the Philippines, they're all available in FirstMetroSec's FundSmart for as little as 5,000 pesos. Again, peso, the best peso in dollar-denominated mutual funds and UITFs in the market, all in First Metro Securities FundSmart. For example, nakita mo na, parang gusto ko ng stocks, pero gusto ko rin ng funds at the same time. Gusto ko yung FundSmart nila, gusto ko mag-invest sa stocks, but your buying power can only get you so far. Again, worry no more because you have a combination of pooled funds and stocks in one. Tawag natin dyan exchange-traded fund. And in the Philippines, there only happens to be one ETF, FM ETF, the first and still the only exchange-traded fund in the Philippines for a minimum investment amount of just 1,500 pesos. Diba? All I'm really saying here is investing can be very easy. Investing can also be very budget-friendly. Iniisip kasi natin minsan ng investing pang mga mayayaman lang, pang mga rich kid lang, pang mga konyo lang. But if we're really going to look at it, if we're going to research a lot about investing, you'll find out that there are really practical and affordable choices out there. Now, next is if you're torn between investing in a real estate property or perhaps gusto mong mag-invest sa funds at the same time pero wala kang masyadong pera kasi alam naman natin pagdating sa real estate investing you need hundreds of thousands of pesos to buy even just a vacant lot. You need millions of pesos to buy a condo unit. But if you'd like to invest in both real estate and fund and pooled funds without breaking the bank, well, you have real estate investment trusts or REITs to your advantage. Something that you can start investing in for as little as 3,000 pesos. So, ang ibig sabihin dito, ang daming choices. For example, gusto mong kumita sa pamamagitan ng pagpapautang. Pero ang pinapautang mo, Philippine government, pinapautang mo mga expanding companies, pwede kang mag-invest sa government or corporate bonds for as little as 5,000, 50,000, minsan nga 500 pesos lang. And I'm talking about premium bonds, from the Bureau of the Treasury. So again, everything can be, meron tayong mga combination, meron tayong mga practical choices. It's really all a matter of researching. It's really all a matter of finding out which among these options best suits you. And the good thing about that is when you talk about investing, whether for yourself or for your family or for your future, ang nakikita ko dito is it's very rewarding kasi without you knowing it, nag-i-invest ka long term, stocks, pooled funds, ETF, REITs, bonds. Without you knowing it, nakakatulong ka na rin sa nation-building efforts and recovery efforts ng bansa. Nakakatulong ka sa pagpapalago ng mga negosyo kasi bumibili ka ng negosyo. Nakakatulong ka sa gobyerno. Nakakatulong kang magbigay ng additional na trabaho sa mga kapwa natin Pilipino. And I think, again, that's rewarding on two accounts. Rewarding sa sarili natin at rewarding dahil nakakatulong tayo. So that's why I'm strongly encouraging all of you guys, our 93 plus participants on Zoom and our viewers on Facebook. Again, there's no better way to start investing than now. So all I'm really saying here is take advantage, make the most out of your money. Make your money work harder for you kasi tao lang tayo. Napapagod din tayo. We need to rest. Sometimes we need to relax. Sabi nga natin, again, tao lang. Kasi kahit na nakakapagpahinga tayo, kahit nakakapag-relax tayo, minsan hindi natin naiiwasan, nagkakasakit pa rin tayo. So what we're really trying to say here is if you're able to make small sacrifices, if you're able to make your money, if you're able to invest your money is just going to keep on working 24/7. And the good thing about that is your money, it doesn't need to rest. It won't ask for days off. It doesn't need to relax. And again, no matter how hardworking your money is, it doesn't get sick. So okay lang, hindi nakaka-guilty. In fact, it just gives you more and more reason to continue investing, consistently invest. Again, that's where we come in. When it comes to investing, when it comes to helping Filipinos, start investing, whether with stocks, whether with pooled funds, UITFs and mutual funds, whether exchange-traded funds yan, government or corporate bonds, or even real estate investment trust, lahat pwede nyo pong mabili sa pamamagitan ng First Metro Securities. So you have peso and dollar denominated funds from the best of the best in the Philippines: ELFM, Atram, First Metro Asset Management, Philam Asset Management, Phil Equity, Sun Life, and of course Manulife Investment Management. All to your advantage, peso and dollar denominated pooled funds, the best there is. And the good thing about that is if you're investing in funds through FirstMetroSec, mas tipid ka pa kasi wala kang babayaran na sales loads, wala kang babayaran na transaction fees, at wala kang babayaran na commission. So you get to make the most out of your money. Speaking of, consistent with our theme, on demand, on the go, you can trade, you can invest in all of these assets with just a few taps with FirstMetroSec Go, the most advanced mobile app in the Philippines. It's very important that you understand, again, my theme is all about skipping the line, invest online. Look into the all-in-ones kasi dito ka mas makakatipid. Ito yung practical choice. One account for all your investment needs, stocks, bonds, pooled funds, REITs, exchange-traded funds, everything legitimate. In FirstMetroSec, you have 24/7 account opening, kahit weekends, kahit after this webinar ka mag-open, yung mga kaibigan at kamag-anak mo sa ibang bansa, pwede silang mag-open depending on their time zone. 24/7 platforms, 24/7 mobile app, and 24/7 e-help center. So again, it's really spells convenience, sa pagdating sa mga kliyente, pagdating sa mga investors. Another thing I'd like you to understand is we're giving you free technical analysis from our artificial intelligence. No need for you to subscribe, no need for you to pay subscription fees. Everything is free technical analysis on demand. We have daily, monthly, weekly fundamental analysis, again, free of charge fundamental analysis on demand. Make the most out of your money. Manage risks by using our conditional orders. This is something free, especially for users ng FirstMetroSec Go mobile app and our FirstMetroSec new website. Automate your investments, again, for free for as little as 1,500 pesos per month para hindi mo nakakalimutan through our voluntary investment program. You can fund your account through various means, everything online, Metrobank online, PS Bank mobile, PS Bank online, Metro Remit, BDO, BPI, Union Bank, Security Bank, GCash, Paymaya. You can even fund your account using 7-Eleven click booths. So again, it's very convenient and hassle-free. Talk about on-demand lectures, on-demand webinars, on-demand learning programs, everything available in our YouTube channel. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel, First Metro Securities. Hear it first from me and my team through our various online communities, Viber being one of them. So please do scan the QR code in front of you for you to be able to join our official Viber community. Or perhaps if you're the Facebook type of person, please do join our official Facebook community by searching for FirstMetroSec community, official Facebook community, or perhaps by scanning the QR code right in front of you. Now, for on-demand lectures, for world-class, gamified, personalized, customized learning programs, just invite me and my team by sending over an email to marketeducation@firstmetrosec.com.ph. Again, before I wrap things up, please do allow me to remind you that creating multiple streams of income is something that you can do by building a well-diversified portfolio. Pagdating sa diversification, hindi mo na kailangang lumipat, hindi mo na kailangang lumabas pa ng FirstMetroSec because lahat nandiyan na. Again, stocks, pooled funds, mutual funds, UITFs, ETFs, real estate investment trust, even bonds. So creating multiple streams of income by building a well-diversified portfolio, something you can easily do. And the good thing about that is managing, monitoring, and maintaining multiple investment outlets is something made possible by just opening one account. Because with FirstMetroSec, we make investing fun, we make investing convenient, and of course, most importantly, we make investing very, very affordable. So if you'd like to start 2022, if you'd like to, jump on the investing bandwagon, if you'd like to start your year strong and take that first step into investing, it's as easy as scanning the QR code in front of you, or perhaps visiting www.firstmetrosec.com.ph. Complete the registration form. It's just going to take you about 5 to 10 minutes. So everything's online. No need for you to print anything. No need for you to submit anything. No need for you to go out of your house for you to be able to open an account. And lastly, step number 3, upload the required documents online. Account opening is available 24/7, no matter where you are, no matter which part of the globe you're in. It's 24/7 online and completely paperless. And this is the most important thing. No, we're not done yet. Sabi nga ni Yana kanina, we're going to run a few contests. We're going to run a few contests along the way. When you get asked by the system, how did you learn about us? Click seminar or event and type in our special event code, Road to Recovery. Para hindi nyo makalimutan, take a screenshot of this particular page. Kasi the first two applicants who will be able to successfully open a FirstMetroSec account using the seminar code, Road to Recovery. Again, please take a screenshot of this page. The first two applicants will be able to successfully open a FirstMetroSec account using the seminar code Road to Recovery will receive 500 pesos worth of 7-Eleven e-vouchers from us. No? So again, imaginein mo, nag-invest ka na, inumpisahan mo na yung 2022 by investing, by opening an account with the best stock brokerage firm in the Philippines. Tapos, bibigyan ka pa ng 500 pesos na pang merienda, 7-Eleven e-voucher. So, please do take note of our instructions. Yung unang dalawa na mag-open successfully, complete, no? Walang pending, walang kulang. The first 2 people will be able to open a FirstMetroSec account using the Road to Recovery event code will get 500 pesos each, no? Of 7-Eleven electronic vouchers from us. Again, when you get asked by the system, how did you learn about us? Click seminar or event and type in Road to Recovery. Now, we're everywhere on Facebook. We're everywhere on social media. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. We're on YouTube. And we're also on Viber. So please do follow us and join us sa aming mga pages and online communities. And before I leave you guys, let me just again reiterate the fact that when it comes to things that really matter, there's no such thing as on demand. There's no such thing as instant. No? Walang mabilisan, walang madalian pagdating sa mga bagay na talagang, again, those that truly matter. So when it comes to finances, ganun din, you need patience. You need a little bit of sacrifice along the way. If you keep on spending your hard-earned money, ang tagal mong pinag-ipunan, ang tagal mong pinagtrabahuhan, pero sobrang daling gastusin. Ganun talaga yung buhay. That's the reality of life. So again, you need sacrifices along the way. If you keep on spending your money, especially on unnecessary stuff, you're just going to keep on losing money. But if you see to it that you build your portfolio one payday at a time, one small amount at a time, start with stocks, and then next payday bili ka ng funds, then bili ka next day ng exchange traded fund, then bili ka next day ng real estate investment trust, and then next bili ka ng bonds, no? Again, it's just going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be convenient, and it's going to be affordable because you don't need a lot of money for you to be able to start investing. And again, the good thing about that is unti-unti mo nang you're getting yourself one payday closer and closer and closer to your life goals. No? Perhaps a property from federal land, perhaps your dream car, care of Toyota. And at the same time, what it does is, even without you knowing, kahit hindi mo alam, kahit hindi mo gusto, without you knowing, nag-iipon ka para sa sarili mo, nag-i-invest ka para sa dream life goals mo, but without you knowing, you're also helping the Philippines and in the economy and our fellow Filipinos on their road recovery. So that's it from me. That's it from First MetroSec. And I'll see you guys again sa question and answer portion. So again, thank you for listening. And then I now turn the floor over back to Yana.
All right. Thank you so much, Sir Andoy. And I know that all of our audience has learned a lot about making informed investment decisions. So now talk about elevating the customer experience in the new normal with Toyota Motor Philippines and the acceleration of the digital transformation by Toyota Financial Services. Let me introduce our guest speakers, Mr. Aldwyn Marana, who serves as a business analyst for customer experience projects in Toyota Motor Philippines. In the advent of digitalization, Aldwyn handled the implementation of Toyota Online Store, an e-commerce platform under Toyota's unified customer platform. And also, may we also welcome Caryl Jurene Cruz, who serves as a marketing officer of Toyota Financial Services Philippines. CJ has been with Toyota since 2016, working on learning and development programs for the dealer sales force. As a marketing officer, she is now handling Toyota Financial Services Philippines marketing activities for digital programs such as My Toyota Wallet. So now, without further ado, let us call on Aldwyn and CJ.
Hi, good afternoon. Thank you for the kind introduction, Yana. And again, thank you, Sir Andoy, for that very informative talk. So together with Aldwyn, as mentioned, my name is Ms. CJ. I'm from Toyota Financial Services. And together with Aldwyn, we will be presenting Toyota's view about our road to recovery and what are the current products that we have created in order for us to provide a much more convenient experience for our current clients and for our future clients as well. So let me just share my screen for our presentation. But before I start, is it okay if you guys send me a thumbs up or a heart? Or ano pa ba yung mga emoticon na nasisend natin sa chat box? Just for me to know if you guys are still there and if you're still with us. Can you guys, ayan, my heart, a thumbs up, or maybe a raised hand, just for me to see if you guys are still with us. All right, thank you so much for participating. Okay, so all right. So for our theme, Toyota would want to focus on the word contactless. Back in 2020, actually back in March, every TV station, every radio ad, every research article that we see online, ang lagi nilang utos sa atin is as much as possible to stay away, to do not contact physically anyone, o kaya naman is to have a social distancing at least 6 feet. So ang laging term na sinasabi sa atin is as much as possible, be contactless to anyone to avoid being, to avoid being contaminated by the virus. So with this, we saw a rise of contactless transactions. Ano ba tong contactless transactions na ito? So if you are aware, di ba, nakikita natin that the pandemic really pushed e-commerce transactions as consumers look for safer and more convenient options. The lockdown really brought up all the ideas of Filipinos in order for them to sell their products. So for example, for e-commerce products, nag-boom lahat in terms of food, groceries. Back in 2020, nagulat ako, nakakabili na ako ng hipon online. So I just gonna message the seller online and then the seafood will be delivered in my home. So ganon ka boom yung pagiging contactless transactions or yung pagkakaroon ng online products ng bawat mga Filipino. So e-commerce products really rose, like clothing, groceries, food, even appliances. Lalo na nung summer, back in 2020, talagang mainit yung mga times na around April and May. and everyone wants to buy a new air condition. And then people are just contacting online sellers to purchase new air cons. O kaya naman, some of the appliance stores created their own very active website kung saan meron ka ng agad quick access on how you can purchase the appliances. Even hobbies can be found online and can be bought online, like painting kits, sewing, and a lot more. And of course, hindi papahuli, since we are with Toyota, mobility products as well. We created our e-commerce platforms in order for our customers and clients to have a much more convenient experience. Lalo na since back in 2020, there was a total lockdown. Everyone cannot just go out and look for a public transportation quickly. Ganun kahirap yung nangyari. So there was really a rise in mobility products. So nakita natin yung need of people to be mobile despite the pandemic. And of course, there is really a lot more products na talagang naging digitalized na at can be accessible online. So there is really a push also created for digital payments as well. So nakita natin yung ibang mga sari-sari store. For example, you're going to purchase just a simple item like mantika, vinegar. You can pay using your mobile phone sa inyong mga suking sari-sari store. So there was really a boom on our e-commerce and of course for digital payments as well. Now, if you can see here in the data provided by Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, in 2020, there is really a strong evidence indicating that COVID-19 has increased adoption of digital payments by consumers and merchants. Sa graph na to, makikita natin that during the first half of 2020, 17% of all monthly payments by volume were digital. So dito na natuto yung mga tito, yung mga tita, kung paano mag-download ng online applications and link their debit and credit cards. So magugulat ka, marunong na sila, uy, i-transfer mo na lang sa akin yung bayad mo, o kaya naman, you can give me your share by just transferring the money online. So natuto halos majority of Filipinos on how to transact by paying online. So bakit ba sila ginagamit yung digital payment? So for consumers, the use of digital channels for retail use is powering the spread of digital payment. So most of us Filipinos are using digital payments for retail. For example, for online shopping, o kaya naman whenever you are going to purchase, it can be a big ticket item or a small ticket item. It can all be paid online. Well, for merchants naman, there was a boom in e-commerce transactions and merchant acquisition by BSP supervised financial institutions. So there are a lot of merchants. When we say merchants, it can be big, medium, or small businesses. Most of the businesses really looked for a way on how to connect with people because people are not going out of their houses. So they created their own e-commerce platforms, o kaya naman they partnered with existing e-commerce platforms. So that was one of the factors that provided a boom for digital payments. Now, bakit nga ba very hit ang digital payment for consumers? Digital payments or e-wallet, we use it for the following items. Syempre, whenever we pay for merchants, whether we are shopping sa drugstores, groceries, restaurants, etc., sometimes we use our e-wallet. Also for supplier payments as well, if ever you are a business owner. And most of us already now pay for our utilities using e-wallet. So for example, you own a postpaid plan. Instead of going to the office of your provider, you can just pay online. And before, kahit wala pang pandemic, no, we use e-wallet for remittances for our OFW Filipinos. And of course, for social benefits as well. So for example, yung mga ayuda, natuto tuloy ang mga Pilipino na mag-download ng mga e-wallet because for them to receive their ayuda from the government. And syempre, we use this digital payments because number one reason, it is very efficient. It is all you have to do is type in the amount that you want to transfer and then you can pay it directly. It is inclusive, it is very safe, it is accessible for everyone as long as you have a smartphone and an access to the internet. You can use your e-wallet. And of course, the most important thing is that it is contactless. You no longer have to go to the ATM just to withdraw your money and then you pay it to the cashier. So, ang daming proseso just for you to pay for a simple item. That's why it is a really hit for us to use e-wallets. Now, the question is, can the auto industry consumers enjoy contactless transactions? So, you must be wondering, what if I want to purchase a vehicle? It can be a big ticket item since, of course, it's one of my savings. I've been saving for a new car for 5 years. And now it can be quite unsafe for me to go out to check out the latest car models or to inquire for a new vehicle. So can this be a contactless transaction? Now, of course, with Toyota, you can enjoy freedom and mobility as we have launched our My Toyota application to be discussed by Aldwyn. Hi, Aldwyn. Good afternoon.
Yeah. Hi, Miss EJ. So, of course, good afternoon to everyone. And the automotive industry, for one, and of course, Toyota ourselves, isn't one to lag behind in this advent of digitalization. And with all the effects brought about by the rapidly changing needs of the market and all of the effects ng pandemic that Miss Yana, Sir Andoy, and Miss EJ have mentioned, and of course, yung emerging dependence, regardless of which age group, the emerging dependence on technology, we have brought together all the features that you need in one app so that you can make your life with Toyota happier with that app. So if you see our diagram, so from sales, the entire customer journey, titingin ka pala ng sasakyan, connected ka na sa MP, and you will also be able to have the financing functions delivered to you in our app, accessories, service, and of course, you can also buy insurance for your vehicle, provided that your vehicle is added into your profile. And throughout that customer journey, from car buying to car owning, and of course, kapag ibebenta mo na yung sasakyan mo into a used car, and of course, that cycle will repeat. And with that entire customer journey being shown to you guys, for the My Toyota app, it's available for both Android and iOS. And for the next slide, we would like to show a quick or a short clip for My Toyota, so that you guys can have a brief insight on what's in store for you when you download the app.
Imagine a life where mobility opens up roads to countless possibilities, where you and your loved ones experience the thrill and joy of moving together, where you get to enjoy the important things and not worry about the little things. This is life with Toyota. And now, you don't have to imagine. Your access to a new world of mobility has finally arrived. Get ready to elevate your life with a new My Toyota app. Available on Android and iOS, My Toyota now comes with added features to level up your driving experience anytime, anywhere. By signing up with your personal My Toyota account, you're just a few clicks away from a wide range of useful tools. Want access to a Toyota showroom no matter where you are? With a virtual showroom, you can now explore Toyota's lineup on the go. You can even build your Toyota and find your perfect match. Book a service for your car's regular maintenance with so much ease and time saved. Or check your repair status right on your device. Do it in just a few taps. Adding accessories to your car? Simply add to cart with us to make sure you're getting the right one. See our range of available service packages and take your picks right away. You can even renew your insurance quickly for that added peace of mind. Want to trade in your car? You can inquire at your nearest dealer. You can even check listings of Toyota's certified used vehicles. Get in touch with your nearest Toyota dealership in just a few clicks. Encountered a problem on the way? Access our roadside emergency assistant and be connected with your service providers. Make payments easier by choosing from available payment options and soon experience greater payment convenience with My Toyota Wallet. Stay on top of the latest promos, announcements, and other important reminders. Do all these and more with Toyota's one app for all the things you need to make car ownership and maintenance more convenient, easier, and more fulfilling. The new My Toyota app. Life with Toyota made happier in a tap. Download My Toyota app today. For more information, visit www.toyota.com.ph/mytoyota.
Ayan. So as we mentioned, we want you guys to enjoy the important things and not worry about the little things. So that is why we have My Toyota for you. And in that short video, that is merely the surface of what My Toyota has in store. For all those features, we actually group them all together so that the user experience is more streamlined or designed per function. So when you download My Toyota, regardless of which platform that you choose, you will end up seeing 4 main screens. So first of which is the home. The home po includes features that are tailored to car owning or the value chain. So car owning includes yung booking a service, booking your next appointment with us, browsing the compatible accessories for your vehicle, and of course, renewing your insurance. For trade-in inquiries, you can also access it here. So all in all, once you have your vehicle with you, you've added it into your account, and of course, nakalink na to your app, you can enjoy all the features under the home screen. Now, if you're shopping for a new Toyota or you want a bit of an upgrade, we have here the second screen. This is the showroom. From here, we have a multitude of tools and features that will assist you in your buying experience. From here, pwede nyo pong magawa dito yung build a vehicle. So, the process is as easy as step 1 to 5. From selecting a model, adding accessories, packages, insurance, and of course, connecting you directly to a marketing professional based on your preferred dealer. Andito po yan. You can also check out the virtual showroom, browse the brochures, and of course, makita yung latest promos from Toyota. And eventually, you will also be able to apply directly for financing depending on the financing partners associated to your dealer, and of course, directly with TFS po. Ayan. Fourth is to contain all the notifications na matatanggap nyo. So it is grouped according to type, from promos, insurance reminders for the renewal, service appointment bookings, and order status. Andito po yan sa third screen natin sa inbox. And finally, for you to have a more tailored fit experience, we have the settings menu. You will be able to update your profile and of course, change your preferred dealer. For example, initially, taga-Dasma ka. Ang una mong preferred dealer is Toyota Dasma, and eventually, you move further down south in Calamba, you can update your preferred dealer in this screen. And of course, with those screens naman po, we now move on for upcoming features. And with that being said, we're working on making the delivery experience a bit better and more expansive to our customers. For the meantime, you can enjoy the current features of My Toyota and stay tuned for more updates. And up next, we have CJ po, who will showcase another Toyota app and that you can most certainly get your hands on since it's already available and launched na. Yeah, CJ, over to you.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Aldwyn. So, all right. So, a while ago, you saw that you can actually purchase a home. You can actually purchase an investment all online, whether it be with First Metro and also with Federal Land. And now you saw that you can also purchase a new vehicle online as well. So talagang contactless, all your basic needs can be purchased online with all our applications made by each of our companies. Now, moving on, the question is, but can this mobility experience be paid contactless? Of course, in Toyota, we made sure that this contactless experience will be seamless for everyone. So with Toyota, you can enjoy a safe and easy way to pay. So for anyone here who already owns a Toyota vehicle or is planning to own one in the future, you can actually pay for your Toyota vehicle needs with our My Toyota Wallet application. So what is this My Toyota Wallet application? So actually, Toyota is the only automotive brand to launch or to release its own mobile payment solution. So with Toyota, if ever you are a Toyota owner, you can enjoy from purchasing a new vehicle to paying, to having your car maintained, all in just one umbrella. So we have captured every need of our clients and our customers for them to be much more comfortable in owning a Toyota vehicle. So, all right. So let's know more about this My Toyota Wallet through these videos. So enjoy contactless payments for your Toyota transaction.
Hi everyone! Join us today as we discover new possibilities with Toyota. Toyota wants you to experience the freedom of movement by opening up roads to countless possibilities. And to elevate customer experience, Toyota launched the My Toyota app, where you can access your mobility needs right at your fingertips. And part of this expansion is introducing a payment solution in partnership with Toyota Financial Services Philippines to give you an easy and safe way to pay for your Toyota transactions. Introducing My Toyota Wallet, a mobile app created with your safety and convenience in mind. Here's how you can register in a few simple and easy steps. First, search and download the My Toyota Wallet app from either Google Play or the App Store on your smartphone. Open the app and register your email and mobile number along with your personal information for a basic account. Or you can upgrade to a verified account to increase your transaction limit. Take a selfie, give additional information, and take a photo of your valid government-issued ID. Once on the My Toyota Wallet app home screen, all you need to do is input your debit or credit card details. Once done, you can start using My Toyota Wallet in the My Toyota app and at any Toyota dealership nationwide. So when you make a purchase, you have easy access to all your credit or debit cards in a single wallet app. And you can transact a payment with a simple tap. It's a convenient and secure cashless transaction. Enjoy all these benefits with the new My Toyota Wallet. But that's not all. Toyota aims to expand My Toyota Wallet to other merchants and to develop more exciting features in the future. So download the app today so you can experience how you can tap to transact for anything Toyota. With the My Toyota Wallet app, make your transactions safe, secure, and convenient.
All right, so now if ever you are already a Toyota owner, I think this is really important for you to know how you can use this application in order for you to take care of your Toyota vehicle. So if ever you're planning to have your car maintained or purchase a new parts or accessory, this is really important for you to know. All right, let's check it out.
With My Toyota Wallet app, transacting with Toyota is easy, safe, and convenient that I can simply do it through my smartphone. Here's how. The My Toyota Wallet is a payment option in the My Toyota app. Because they work seamlessly together, you can easily select and check out an item or a service of your choice from the My Toyota app and then pay using the My Toyota wallet. To proceed with payment, enter your PIN. Once your PIN is entered, you will receive an OTP from your issuing bank. Key in this OTP and you are now ready for payment. When your payment is complete, you will be automatically redirected to the My Toyota app. It's really that simple. And of course, you can also use the My Toyota Wallet app for over-the-counter transactions at your nearest Toyota dealership. With My Toyota Wallet, you can easily pay for your periodic maintenance and repairs, safely settle your payments for parts and accessories, or conveniently transact for your car insurance needs. To complete your transaction, you can easily scan and pay using the unique QR code that will be provided by the dealership's marketing professionals. And that wraps up how easy it is to use the new My Toyota Wallet app. Download so you can tap to transact for everything Toyota.
All right, so that is My Toyota Wallet. So for our future launches, you can actually enjoy using My Toyota Wallet more as we release our future update. So by this year, we are going to be launching our e-money, where you can store your savings or your money inside the application already. And of course, we are going to have more merchants, not just Toyota dealers. So we are going to expand to more mobility merchants. For example, it can be gas stations, toll companies, restaurants, etc. You can use our application for you to pay for those items. So talagang with Toyota, you're taken care of not just in our dealers lang, but for all your mobility needs. And of course, we are happy to announce that My Toyota Wallet is actually now available in Japan and also in Thailand. Japanese people are using My Toyota Wallet whenever they go to 7-Eleven to purchase food. They can pay for those items using this application. So we are also going global. So if ever you are already a My Toyota Wallet account or a My Toyota Wallet user, and if ever you plan to go abroad, you can actually pay for items abroad using our application. So that is really an exciting feature for us, since most of us are now really excited to go out as long as this pandemic settles down already. So if you are free, please make sure, I think this is a good tip for everyone, lalo na yung mga planning to purchase a new vehicle, make sure to download My Toyota app and also My Toyota Wallet to get first dibs if ever we have promos. I think we are going to launch a new promo soon where you are going to acquire vouchers. So if you are a fan of vouchers that you can use in our dealerships, I highly suggest, since we are about to launch some exciting promos soon, download My Toyota app and also My Toyota Wallet in App Store and Google Play. So now for our last slide for this afternoon, we actually saw that COVID-19 showed that contactless transactions are possible, providing more convenience for consumers. So sadly, si COVID-19 yung nagpakita sa atin, ay pwede pala yun na we can have much more convenience for our customers. But ito lang po yung note namin para sa lahat, since most of companies now and even hindi company, naglo-launch sila ng kanya-kanilang applications, websites, etc. But make sure to only use applications and websites from trusted companies. So make use of available trusted and safe ways to achieve your mobility and payment needs. All right, so that's it from us. So again, my name is TJ from Toyota Financial Services, and we have Aldwyn from Toyota Motor Philippines. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day ahead.
Thank you so much, CJ and Aldwyn. So to all our audience, if you have questions, please feel free to type them in the chat box. However, I have a few PMs here from our federal land sellers. Medyo shy sila magtanong. They're actually asking for Toyota Motors if you have any ongoing discounts if they buy a Toyota car.
All right, so for discounts, actually, we have quite a lot of promos ongoing right now. It depends on the type of vehicle that you have. Since we have 20 plus models in our lineup, you can actually get the latest promos, as mentioned a while ago. Make sure to download my Toyota app in order for you to see the latest promos and discounts that we have. So yun po, make sure to download the application to get first dibs in our promos and discounts.
Thank you so much, CJ. Do we have any other questions from our audience? Okay, so if we don't have any other questions, before we close, may we ask from final messages from you guys, Sir Andoy, CJ, Aldwyn?
Yeah, sige, let me sige, first dibs na ako. So yun, thank you so much again to our participants. Thank you for devoting your Wednesday afternoon with us, and we are really looking forward to doing more of these things for you guys the rest of the year. Again, we're just getting started. So for anything and everything investments, so every legitimate investment outlet available for you guys, please simply visit www.firstmetrosec.com.ph.
Thank you, Sir Andoy, CJ, Aldwyn.
All right. So again, thank you so much for joining us in this afternoon webinar. And we hope to have another session soon, maybe hopefully, if possible, face-to-face na sana para much more interaction with everyone and for us to know more our audience. And syempre, nakakamiss din makita yung faces ng ating audience. And as mentioned, for you to know more about our products and services, make sure to download My Toyota app and, of course, My Toyota wallet as well. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, CJ.
Yeah, and to add to what the CJ has shared, perhaps we could also invite everyone to visit the other companion platforms of the My Toyota app. You can also access actually the features via the web. You can visit our official website, www.toyota.com.ph, and our online store, which you can access via online.toyota.com.ph. So we hope to see you there, and I hope if there are potential new owners of Toyotas that from online submissions, which eventually will be converted to releases, we look forward to having you on board or in the part of the Toyota family.
Thank you so much, Aldwyn. So again, thank you everyone for joining us this afternoon. So just remember, when it comes to your purchases and your investments, choose the right companies. Because what better way than to invest and to purchase your needs in companies where we work hand in hand to help you in your investment journey. So for your property needs, you have Federal Land. For anything and everything investments, you have First Metro Securities. And for your automotive needs, you have Toyota Motor Philippines and Toyota Financial Services. Again, thank you, everyone.
Every great vision begins with a blue sky and the imagination to see endless possibilities. An open mind, a keen eye, an understanding of how today lays the groundwork for tomorrow, and the boldness to give form and structure to that vision. This is how Federal Land was built. A natural progression from its leaders' passion for architecture. Federal Land was founded on a commitment to build communities that reflect the character of their location and the energy of the times. GT Tower International stands even taller, with a clear view of what lies ahead. Representing Federal Land's promise to build places for progress with the expertise, integrity, and care we bring into every venture. Structural integrity and strong engineering are the guiding forces behind each new development. From the time we lay the foundation of every home or tower, we harness technology and expertise to construct well-built spaces that adapt to people's changing lifestyles without compromising our standards of safety, durability, and quality. When we build, beauty and symmetry are key. We strike that elusive balance between remarkable architecture and innovative design. We are creating modern-day structural icons that reflect the country's progress. We are creating living spaces where people's days, routines, and experiences constantly take place. Where they strive to be better every day. Where connections are made and communities are shaped. As we build communities, we create distinct lifestyles that give each resident a sense of belonging. We are becoming part of a larger global community of enterprises. International brands with a reputation for quality and a vision we share. Our alliances with some of the most prestigious companies in the world have placed the Philippines in the global arena, while bringing some of the world's best within every Filipino's reach. We bring the same trust and commitment to our local partnerships with industry leaders in the Philippines. We understand that every home is a space for life, constantly in motion. That's why our presence is felt beyond construction. From a dedicated property manager that takes care of your safety and comfort, and an unparalleled living experience that will let you enjoy life to the fullest. As we build places for progress and spaces for life, our focus is clear: the Filipino. We are reshaping the skyline, one structure at a time. Imagining and building the future. With you.
Start your investment journey today with FirstMetroSec. Here's how to open your account online. First, go to the FirstMetroSec website and click Open an Account. Select whether you're a Metrobank account holder or other bank depositor. For a seamless application, prepare these requirements in advance: tax identification number or TIN, an active email address, valid ID with 3 signatures on a white paper, proof of bank account, and proof of address. For non-Metrobank account holders, a PRC ID or driver's license is required. You must also make an initial deposit of at least 5,000 pesos or $100, which you can use to invest in stocks, funds, and bonds. There is no maintaining balance required. Once all of the requirements are prepared, you may proceed. Next, completely accomplish all the online forms. Once done, you will receive an email verification. Just click the link on the email to proceed. Then, upload the required documents you've prepared. And that's it, you are now done with your application. Note that it will take 2 to 3 business days to activate your account. Once your account is activated, you can access your FirstMetroSec account through your desktop or laptop, tablet, or phone through the FirstMetroSec Go app. For more information, visit our help center at help.firstmetrosec.com.ph. All the options and convenience within your reach through International Finance's best online broker and best online trading platform for 4 years in a row. With FirstMetroSec, it's your future first.